What up, everybody? It is the Cam Jam Experience. But hey, guess what? It's just the Cam Experience right now because you're going to kick it with me for a little bit. All right. So what do we got on the docket today? Well, today is August 15th. 14th, sorry. Today is August 14th. And just yesterday, El Clasico happened again. This time, though, it was in the Super Cup, so it wasn't in the U.S. Whatever. You know, Real Madrid pulled it out this time, though. They ended up winning 3-1. Ronaldo came in as a sub and, pushed the charge for this Real Madrid to win. But what else did Ronaldo do besides score? Well, he got 2 yellow cards in 24 minutes of play, so that's pretty impressive. I don't know how that's even possible, but let's get into it real quick. Ronaldo came in around the 60th minute, and in the 80th minute, had some nice dribbling ability at the top of the box, cut just past PK, put a nice shot from the left side, curled it into the upper 90 on the right side. PK just barely not able to get to it. Amazing goal. So how does he celebrate? Well, he decides to take off his shirt and do his signature jump and, So, naturally, you're going to get a yellow for that. You took off your shirt. Don't do that. Just don't. It's a yellow card. So then, what happens later, literally 2 minutes later, in the 82nd minute, Ronaldo is going head-to-head with a Barca defender, and the Barca defender gets a little bit of him. Ronaldo loses balance and falls down. And the more and more you look at the play, it's one of those plays where it's not a foul, but it's not a card. Nothing really happened at all. It's one of those plays where, okay, he fell down because he lost balance. The defender did a good job defending him. Goalie's going to pick it up, and we're going to play. But no, the ref decided to blow his whistle. Everybody assumed, when you assume a player falls down in the box and the ref blows his whistle, it's a PK, obviously, right? No. Ronaldo gets his second yellow card for assimilation. I cannot make this up. Got his second yellow card for assimilation. So once he realizes he got his yellow, turns around, looks at the ref. What are you doing? He gives him a little shove. One of those ones where we're with our friend and we kind of just like, dude, that's stupid. Don't say that. And we just kind of push him, just enough to make him move a little bit, not forceful enough to make him be on his butt. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So what's the outcome of this? Well, obviously Ronaldo, because he got a red card, is suspended for 1 game in Super Cup play. But they also cracked down on him pushing that ref with a 4-game suspension, which he has to serve after he serves the 1-game suspension. So Ronaldo is out of Super Cup for 5 games. Real Madrid is going to be missing their star player. So let's hope Gareth Bale decides to actually show up and play for this Real Madrid squad to be able to win. So on the other side, though, what's going on with Barca? They're not looking so great. They lost Neymar, and Are they hurting offensively now? Well, maybe a little bit. What did Neymar do in his debut for PSG? Well, he went out and he scored and had himself an assist. That's crazy. And who else was a part of that goal and that assist? Cavani. I love that guy. That guy is an awesome forward. You give him the ball at his feet or in space to be able to run. Deadly. And we saw what this PSG offense is pretty much going to be. It's going to be Cavani making a nice run and Neymar finding a nice slotted pass in between defenders for Cavani to be able to go get, which is how the first goal ended up in the 31st minute. Neymar was dribbling, just had all day to dribble, honestly, it looked like. He gets past the half line, sees Cavani making a diagonal run from the left side into the middle, and just slots a ball right in between the center back and the left back. Left back was tracking back to be able to get to Cavani, but Cavani's just too fast. Ball perfectly timed, perfect weight on it, gets right to Cavani's feet. Cavani takes 2 touches into the 18, just a nice easy pass right past the keeper for a great goal. And then Cavani did amazing work in the Neymar goal, which happened in the 81st minute. Cavani saved the ball from going out of bounds, which would have ended up in a goal kick for the team they were playing in Guingamp. I'm sorry. I'm not French, really. I am French, but I'm not good with French, so that doesn't help me. But Cavani kept the ball in from going out, which would have been a goal kick, like I said. And he's dribbling down the end line and finds Neymar in a good spot right at the 6, passes it to him. Neymar, falling down, is able to hit the ball into the upper net. Almost sailed it over the bar, but didn't. So Neymar gets his goal from a Cavani assist. PSG is going to be a good team. And I know they're not going to really have much to look at in League One, the French league. But they're going to be a fun team to watch once Champions League comes around. Once all these big tournaments come around where you get all of Europe in it, watch out for PSG. I'm saying it right now. They're doing the most right now. But there is a different team that might challenge them in Champions League who I would like to talk about right now in Man United. All right, they played West Ham in the first week of the Premier League, which, hey, Premier League's back. Everybody talks about football being back. Soccer's already back. We don't got to wait as long. So, Manchester United played West Ham, two teams who, I mean, honestly, I thought were going to be two good teams this year. It kind of was, well, I don't want to say kind of, it was one-sided. Manchester United won 4-0. That's right, 4-0. Lukaku had an amazing game. He scored 2 goals, one in the 33rd minute, one in the 52nd minute. Anthony Martial scored the 3rd goal in the 87th minute, and then just to tap it out, Paul Pogba scored a goal in the 90th minute. Now, I mentioned all 3 of those guys before. That's the trifecta for Man United. That's what it's going to be this season. It's going to be Pogba commanding the middle and finding Lukaku or Rashford or Martial up top to be able to just complete a nice, easy pass. That's what Pogba does, and he's good at it. So he's finding his strengths. I like it. West Ham, where were you? Chicharito, what'd you do? Joe Hart, can you make a save, buddy? What's going on? Ever since your trip, you're not the same goalie, and it's sad to see. But, you know, whatever. So just to go through what we have left in this Premier League, Newcastle lost to the Spurs 2-0, and those 2 goals came from Del Ali in the 61st minute for the Hotspurs and Ben Davies in the 70th minute. And what really set that off is Newcastle's Shelvey got a red card in the 48th minute. So he was sent off. Newcastle was playing with 10 men. Obviously, if you're the Spurs, you're going to be attacking from then on. What else are you going to do when a team has 10 men? They're pretty much done. And especially since it's a Newcastle team and you're Tottenham. Should have been 2-0 even when they had 11 men. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. And then my team, Man City, they went up against Brighton. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. They went up against Brighton and they won 2-0. Brighton played pretty good up until the late minutes of the game. Sergio Aguero scored in the 70th minute to give the lead to Manchester City 1-0. And then the worst thing that you could ever have happen to you as a player, as a defender, mostly, Lewis Dunk let up an own goal in the 75th minute to cap off the game at 2-0. I mean, that's a pretty good opening, though, for this Brighton team to come up from the English League right under the Premier League. And they played decently. I mean, not letting up a goal until the 70th minute. I mean, it's Aguero. It's bound to happen in a game like this. If there's not a goal, he's going to push for a goal, obviously. And then another team, Chelsea, lost to Burnley. What? It's only the first game of the year, but still, that's scary a little bit. So, what happened in this game exactly? Well, Gary Cahill. Thanks a lot, Cahill, by the way. You're on my fantasy team. Didn't appreciate what you did. 14 minutes into the game, decides to get a red card. Why? Thanks, dude. So then that led to a goal by Sam Vokes in the 24th minute. And then in the 39th minute, Stephen Ward scored. And then Sam Vokes scored again in the 43rd minute. Great game by Vokes. Played awesome. Was open. They found him. He scored. What more can you say about it? That's exactly what happened. And then Fabregas, he also got a red card, but that wasn't until the 81st minute, so that didn't really make a huge dent. The 2 goals came from Morata for Chelsea, and David Luiz in the 69th minute. Morata scored, and then David Luiz scored in the 88th minute. A lot of cards handed out in this game. Pretty chippy game. Marcos Alonso got a yellow card literally 3 minutes into the game. And then Cahill, like I said, with the red card in the 14th. Fabregas got his first yellow card in the 16th minute. And then even on the Burnley side, you had Robbie Brady getting a yellow in the 60th. And then you had Ben Mee getting a yellow in the 63rd. And then in the 77th minute, sorry, the computer's acting up. I can't highlight this guy. Scott Airfield in the 77th minute got a yellow as well, along with David Luiz, which, I mean, David Luiz was probably involved in the altercation. I didn't watch this game, but that's all I can assume because it's David Luiz. And then in the 89th minute for Chelsea, Antonio Rudiger got a yellow. And you know what? I do want to talk about this. Rudiger, the way Chelsea set you up to be on this team was the cheesiest thing that I've ever seen, by far. Being in a Chelsea store and having a kid go up to the table and she asks, "Hey, what kind of jersey do you want? Whose name do you want on the back?" And the kid goes, "I want Rudiger." And dad looks at the kid and says, "Well, son, you can't have a Chelsea player." And then the girl looks at him and says, "Hold on a second." Walks into the back, "Hey, Rudiger, this kid wants your jersey. What should I do?" And he goes, "Don't worry, I play for Chelsea now." And then throws out the Shaka Bra. In case you don't know what Shaka Bra is, it's where you got the 3 fingers down in the middle and your pinky and thumb are out. You know, a little surfer thing. Yep, that happened. And I'm not making this up, okay? So Rudiger, the first thing you did with Chelsea was get a yellow in a chippy game where you lost. The cheesiest way to unveil a player. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And then Crystal Palace lost to Huddersfield Town. Oh, that's a mouthful. 3-0. And that was because of an own goal by Joel Ward from Crystal Palace in the 23rd minute, which gave Huddersfield Town the upper hand, honestly. You score an own goal to be the first goal of the match. You're going to be shot emotionally, and you're going to be devastated. You're going to be thinking about that the rest of your game. And how do you come back from that? Being a goalie, you let out a bad goal, it affects you the whole rest of the game. It really does. It takes the most mentally tough players to be able to let a mistake like an own goal or for a goalie a bad goal go in. It's hard to come back from. Either way, Huddersfield took this gift and ran with it. In the 26th minute, they had Steve Mooney score. Great goal. Great goal. Okay? And then in the 78th minute, just to make sure everything was fine, Mooney scores another goal. I mean, he performed. He really did. He had himself a game against Crystal Palace, and this is a Crystal Palace team who, I'll say right now, they're going to get relegated. Just so everyone knows, they're not going to be in the Premier League the following season. And I said that on August 14th. There we go. So then we got Everton and Stoke City. Everton, they played good. They made it interesting. Right before halftime, Wayne Rooney scores. Wayne Rooney, that's a weird thing to say all in one sentence. Wayne Rooney scores. Well, this is an Everton team that he used to play for. Obviously, they loved him when he was there. He had a pretty good career at Man United, let's say. And coming back to Everton to, I'll say, essentially end your career. He's getting up there. I mean, he's still a good player, though. Obviously, you can't be a bad player and score in the Premier League. It just doesn't happen. But, yeah, he gets a goal in stoppage time right before halftime of the 1 minute into stoppage time right before halftime. It's easier to say. So then, going over to Liverpool and Watford, that was a draw, 3-3. Watford pulling out the stops against this Liverpool squad. But they had to score goals against this Liverpool squad also, and boy, I wish I would have watched this game because the highlights of it, this game was an interesting one. Watford came out quick. Okaka scored a goal in the 8th minute, but Liverpool answered about 20 minutes later with Mane scoring in the 29th minute to make it 1-1. But then in the 32nd minute, wasting no time at all, Decore scores, and it's 2-1 all of a sudden. We go into the second half. Liverpool comes out quick. In the 55th minute, Firmino scores, and then in the 57th minute, Mohamed Salah scores with the assist from Firmino. He really wanted this win, obviously. It's 3-2 now, Liverpool. But this is where it gets interesting. So, you take off Salah, you put Milner in. What are you trying to do? You're trying to command the midfield, right? Makes sense. You're trying to win the midfield to win the game. Okay. But what happened in the 3rd minute of stoppage time? Miguel Britos happened to get the tie for Watford. And I know Watford fans are probably ecstatic that this happened. Liverpool is a great club, and it's really, really hard to go up against this Liverpool squad. And they came out with a tie. What more could you ask for when you're a team like Watford? No disrespect to Watford. They're just not as good as Liverpool. On the other side, Southampton and Swansea City, they came out at a draw, 0-0. Not really a whole lot to go off of that game. 2 great goalies in this game. That's really all you could say about it. And then West Brom pulls out the win against Bournemouth 1-0. And that came from Ahmed Hegazi. I hope I'm saying his name right. Sorry. From West Brom to put them ahead in the 31st minute, and they did not look back after that. So, before all that happened, though, Friday we did have a game. All that action, except for Man U beating West Ham and Newcastle losing to the Spurs, happened on Saturday. Man United and Newcastle played on Sunday. But Arsenal played on Friday against Leicester, and interesting game, to say the least. It was a 4-3 win by Arsenal, but they had to fight for that win. They came out quickly, though, with Lacazette scoring in the 2nd minute, but then Leicester answering back right away with who I think is their most underrated player on their team. Okazaki. He scored in the 5th minute. He always seems to answer back. When there's something going on, he finds a way to get his team on top. And then Vardy, I mean, we all know that guy. He scores like a machine for Leicester when they ended up winning the Premier League. And he scored in the 29th minute to put them ahead 2-1 over Arsenal. But right before halftime, in the 2nd minute of stopping time, Welbeck comes and scores to make it a 2-2 draw at halftime. So coming into the second half, not wasting much time, 11 minutes into the second half, Vardy comes out and scores again in the 56th minute. And then in the 83rd minute, Aaron Ramsey scores to make it 3-3 Arsenal. But wait a second. You're not going to believe what I'm saying. Olivier Giroud scored a game winner in the 85th minute. Yes, again, Olivier Giroud did something. He scored. Holy cow, actually doing his job up there. What more can you ask for from him? He scores cool goals, but when he's got that wide open goal sitting right in front of him, for some reason he just finds a way to miss it. I'll say I think I could have hit the goal better than he can sometimes. He does have an outrageous shot, but he can't hit it on frame. So I don't know why this Arsenal squad still tries with him, really. I mean, he takes a lot of shots, which leads to a lot of goals, but it's not even worth it in my opinion. He doesn't put enough onto this table for this Arsenal team. So what do we got going on next weekend? We got Swansea against Man United. That's on Saturday, August 19th. And then another game that, I would love to watch would be West Ham to see if they bounce back against Southampton. And then on Sunday the 20th, a game that I would like to highlight is Chelsea and Tottenham. That's always a good game. It's going to be at Wembley. That's a great game to watch. If you're not really into soccer or anything and you're just trying to find a game to try to get into it, that's a game to watch. Or Man City Everton on Monday, August 21st. That's my team, so obviously I'm going to want to watch it, and they're home, so why not? But no, those are going to be great games. So that we covered a lot. Ronaldo got suspended after scoring a goal. He got 2 yellow cards. He's suspended 5 games altogether. Pretty much not going to be in the Super Cup. And then Neymar's debut, he scores a goal and assists a goal to Cavani. Cavani assisted his goal. Great teammates. What can you say? And then we wrapped up the Premier League. You just kicked it with Cam for a solid 20 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And make sure you check out everything else we're doing. Thank you guys for listening.